This is the Sales Babble Podcast, episode 434, How to Spin Storytelling Selling.
Welcome to Sales Babble, the podcast that shares selling secrets for non-sellers. And now your host, Pat Helmers.
Hello, Sales Babblers. This is Pat Helmers, and would you like to hear a story? It's a tale with heroes and villains and adventures and drama, and it's all tied into capturing the interest of the prospect in a way that they lean into your fable. This episode is about storytelling selling in ways that a good tale can turn prospects into heroes and, in time, loyal buyers. So gather around, for I have a story to share. And now today's chapter. The nature of the world is beyond description, yet stories are your greatest tools. With the art of the narrative, the buyer identifies with your characters. Compelling in action, they see the struggle in their lives. Clear in thought, they embrace the moral of your story. Obvious in solution, they are drawn to your products and services. By shedding light on what was once nothing, the master seller becomes storyteller, creating possibility in the buyer's mind. And now today's story. Chris listened in on Pat's cold call recordings. Call after call, Pat would start telling success stories about happy clients. The stories were compelling, starting with the challenge they faced, the process of rolling out the new solution, and the outcome that came as a result. Story after story was inspirational, authentic, and compelling. "Are these stories real?" asked Chris. "They seem too good to be true." "They are," responded Pat. "It's heartwarming to know that we've been able to help so many clients, and it's a joy to share their success." When prospects hear these tales, they immediately put themselves in the story. They identify with the challenge since they are probably experiencing it too. Sometimes a story can tell a whole lot more than reading a spec sheet of features. When you find an authentic, honest story, it will resonate with buyers. My good friend Michelle Kelly believes that, quote, "Stories are critical in the sales arc. The sales journey is the hero's journey, and we need to cast our customers as the hero," end quote. This is an important detail. The hero in our stories isn't the seller coming to the rescue, but the buyer who wisely addressed their challenge by choosing your product or service. They are the heroes. They took control and slayed the beast. Reflecting on your existing clients, practice sharing stories about how they came to be clients in their buying journey. Be able to tell the story quickly and slowly, matching the pace of your prospect. Give them space to ask questions, many questions prompted from the story. Allow them to identify with your clients so that they too become heroes and clients someday. To download a copy of this week's Tao Te Ching of Sales chapter, you can find it in the show notes at www.salesbabble.com. And if you could do me a favor when you're there, I'm doing a research study to better understand the interest of sales babblers and the selling challenges that they face. I'm going to be using this data to improve the podcast, so if you could go to salesbabble.com to start the survey, it'll only take 2 minutes. I promise it's 100% confidential. If you could help me, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you found value in this episode, if you could please share it with a friend, just one person who is open to growing their selling skills, that would be great. And lastly, did you know that Sales Babble has a Facebook group? It's a private group for sales babblers. If you go to facebook.com/group/salesbabble, request to join the conversation. We would love to have you. Thanks again for visiting. I really appreciate it. That's all I've got until next Tuesday. So please take care and have a highly successful and a profitable selling day.
Thank you for listening to the Sales Babble podcast. Find us at www.salesbabble.com.
This is a production of Habanero Media.